Motorola Edge 20. This is the upcoming mid-range phone from the brand, and it is one of the 3 phones under the Edge 20 lineup. If you don't know, then this lineup includes the Motorola Edge 20, Edge 20 Lite and Edge 20 Pro. In fact, I have already made a video talking about what we know about all these 3 phones, so you can check that one as well. Still, in this video, I will specifically be talking about the Motorola Edge 20 because we now have the renders of this phone which give us a very good look at the design of it. So as we can see, the Motorola Edge 20 looks just like every other phone of this year. In fact, last year one of the highlights of the Motorola Edge was its curved screen, due to which it got its name. And while the Edge 20 is the successor of that phone, there is no curved screen here. There is a flat screen with a hole punch in the middle. Now, one of the reasons of not having a curved screen could be the fact that there is no OLED panel at all. This is because if you look closely, the fingerprint scanner is not under the display but on the side. Now, I know there are phones with OLED panels and side-facing fingerprint scanners, but here it looks like Motorola has gone for an LCD on the Edge 20. Now, that's just a speculation and it is not yet confirmed whether there is an LCD or an OLED. Whatever the case is, it is a 120Hz panel with a Full HD Plus resolution. For North America, the display size is 6.78 inches, whereas for other markets, it is 6.67 inches. Flipping the phone over, we get a triple camera setup, and as we know already, the primary camera here is having a 108 megapixel sensor. Speaking of the rest of the cameras, it depends on the region because for North America, there is a second 8 megapixel ultra wide and a third 2 megapixel depth sensor. But for other markets, there is a second 16 megapixel ultra wide and a third 8 megapixel camera, which is most probably a telephoto camera. The Motorola Edge 20 does not have a headphone jack, and that is kinda odd because even the last year's flagship Motorola Edge Plus had a headphone jack. And if you don't want to go that far, then this year the company launched its flagship Motorola Edge S, and that too had a headphone jack. So considering that the Edge 20 is not a flagship but rather a mid-range device makes this even more surprising. As we know already, the Motorola Edge 20 has the Snapdragon 778G, which is surely an upgrade over the Snapdragon 765G of last year's Motorola Edge. The battery size is 4000 mAh for the global market, whereas for North American market it is 5000 mAh. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There is not anything special about the Motorola Edge 20, and specs wise it is just another mid-range phone of this year. Motorola is yet to announce when it is launching the Edge 20 series, so nothing can be said about the launch yet. Anyways, what do you think of the design and the specifications? Do let me know via the comment section below, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.